Welcome everyone. In today's video we are going to talk about execution context. What is an execution context? How it is created? What functionality it performs? So let's start. Execution context is an environment where all your JavaScript code is evaluated and executed. Execution context has two phases. First phase is called memory creation phase. Second phase is called code execution phase. To understand what an execution context actually is, let's say execution context is a container that is further divided into two phases. First phase is called memory creation phase and second phase is called code execution phase. When we are inside memory creation phase, here all the variables and functions are stored. Just like this, a is equal to 100. Let's say this is just an example, and let's say b is equal to 200. So a and b will be stored just like this. And let's say we also have declared some of the functions, so that those particular function will be saved something like this. Let's say function 1 is stored just like this, and function 2 will be stored something like this. So again, all the variables and functions are being stored in memory creation phase. We haven't started our code execution yet because code execution will start in this phase, that is code execution phase. So once memory creation phase is completed, here comes the code execution phase. So code execution phase is the place where all our JavaScript code is executed line by line in a sequence. Line number 1, then 2, then line number 3, and so on up to line number n. N refers to last line of the code. Since we all know JavaScript is synchronous and single-threaded language, that means JavaScript can execute one command at a time. It cannot handle two commands at a time. So it will execute our all the code line by line in a sequence, just like this. Because JavaScript is synchronous, so that's why it executes in a sequence 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and line by line, single threaded, line by line, one command at a time in a sequence. So this is how execution context is created. And once all the lines, all the commands are executed, by that time execution context will be removed. Yes, execution context is that simple. But let me give you a heart attack, and that is memory creation phase is not that simple. It is not the only part that only variable and functions are being stored. Actually, there are three steps in memory creation phase. First is creation of variable object. Second is creation of scope chain. Third is creation of this keyword. Today in this video, inside memory creation phase, we just talked about variable object. We didn't talk about scope chain or this keyword. I will explain these two topics later in the videos. Storing all the variables and functions, that comes in creation of variable object. All these key value pairs are being stored inside variable object. Yes, this is it. This is execution context. This is how it works. Let me do a quick recap of this episode. So we started talking about execution context. Execution context is a place where all your JavaScript code is evaluated and executed. It has two phases. First phase is memory creation phase. Second phase is code execution phase. In memory creation phase, all your variables and functions are stored. That's it. That is memory creation phase. And in code execution phase, all your JavaScript code line by line executed. This is the place where all your code is executed line by line in a sequence. And the reason is JavaScript is single threaded and synchronous language. It waits for none. It executes in a sequence line by line. So that's it. And one more thing, in memory creation phase, we have basically three steps. First is creation of variable object. I just have explained this in this video, and variable object is this thing where all the variables and functions are being stored. I haven't explained anything about creation of scope chain and creation of this keyword. I left these two topics for a reason. In further upcoming videos, I will explain these two topics. So that's it for today. This is today's video. I hope you like it. If you find this video useful, please do like and share this video with your guys, with your boys, with your friends. Subscribe, share and like. Please take care. Bye bye.